Hello, Bitcoin fans. This is Drew Breyer back with another episode in my Bitcoin series. So to pick up right where we left off, I'd like to today focus on one specific element of the wallet application, and that's the encryption feature. So we talked about this last time, but it's really important to set a password, and that's pretty basic. But what isn't basic is that you need to set a good password. And what I'd like to share with you today is widely considered the gold standard in how you set a secure password. And so if we navigate to Google, I can type right into the search box, diceware. You type that into Google, and what comes up here is the diceware passphrase home page. And this is an open source method for setting a password. And so I'm not going to go into the mathematics behind why this is really secure, mostly because I'm not sure I could do that justice. But what I will say is that it's kind of clever in that it not only helps set a good password, but these passwords are also easier to remember than what you would commonly think of as being a secure password. Because usually, I mean, if you're getting an account at work or something, you're going to get a password like, A56, with a bunch of letters and symbols, and there's usually a certain number of rules that a password is going to need to follow in order that it be accepted by your VPN or, whatever you're setting it for. But what this method does is it says, all right, let's use a standardized list of words. And the qualities about these words are that they're short. They're between, I think, 1 and 5 or 6 characters. And also that they're easy to remember. So how you make a password from this list, and we can briefly view that list as soon as I can find it, diceware in PDF format here. And so how you set a password is you look up these numbers, and how you string together a series of these words is you roll dice, because we need an element of randomness in our password. That's what we're trying to accomplish, after all, when we set, a password that's, like a bunch of random shit. Well, how are you going to remember that? I mean, sure, you can come up with some sort of mnemonic device, Peter, Kate, Edward, Walter, at 3 Vickies, I don't know. I mean, you could come up with something to remember it. But I propose that it's a little bit easier to string together a series of these and have a story go along with what you're actually typing. So hear me out. What we're going to do is we're going to roll dice. And I don't have my webcam set up, so we're going to just roll dice through random number generator. Random.org is a pretty good one. They claim to use randomness from certain levels of static in the atmosphere. I don't know exactly how they do it, but you get random numbers from them. And there's actually something in this list that allows me to roll dice. And what I need is a 5-digit number comprised of a single roll. So I do this in person. I've got dice at my desk. And what I do is I roll the dice, and I look at the sequence that those dice those dice reveal. I look at the pattern that those dice reveal. And what I see here is 5, 1, 2, 3, 3. 5, 1, 2, 3, 3. And so here I have my first word, rabbit. I like it. And I'll just grab a text editor here. I like Notepad++. It's pretty bare bones, but a little bit more souped up than your standard, Notepad editor. And I'm just going to copy that on the first line. And then next, I need another one. And so 2, 5, 1, 5, 5. 2, 5, 1, 5, 5. Is that right? 2, 5, 1, 5, 5. And so there I have my second word, which is fad, and I'm going to put that on my next line, and I'm going to continue. 1, 4, 3, 1, 3. 1, 4, 3, 1, 3. Our third word from this list is 1, 4, blanc. And I'm going to put that in my word editor. I like to use 5. 5 seems to be a good number to stop at. 3, 5, 6, 1, 2. 3, 5, 6, 1, 2. And labile, I've never heard of that word, but it'll work. Roll again. We've got 4, 2, or 6, 2, 6, 2, 5. 6, 2, 6, 1, 5. Was it 1, 2, 5? 2, 5. And there we have our last word, veer. And that's our password. So, all right, now this word is actually longer than what you'd usually see from something random. A random 8-character password. And also this list, we can be sure that it's really random because the list of words that we got it from is 665 possible roles, or it'd be 66,666, right? Yeah, it's 66,666 words long. So what we have here is if you take 6 times, if you take that, where is my ampersand? Times 666 times 666 times 666. This is a really freaking big number. And that's what we want when we're looking for something that's going to take a lot of computational power to solve or to guess. Because if you could calculate this number, which why not? Let's go Wolfram Alpha. If you calculate this number, what you get is 666 times 6 to 5. If you calculate that, that's going to be a really freaking large number. Whatever number, I can't even copy paste it. 1 septillion something, or in scientific notation, that's a bit easier to fathom. Let's take that. We'll actually keep the window. Let's look up what, for example, a 26. So there's 26 letters, right? All right, and let's add in numbers. So 26 plus, how many numbers are there? There's 10 possible numbers in an alphanumeric alphabet. And then if that was taken, however many words, we've got, all right, 5 words in it, or 5 letters in it. This is much smaller, a much smaller number. And so it's going to be cracked much more easily. If we add in, all right, so this is going to be a super freaking long number, times 15. So, all right, that's still, a bit, it's still smaller, but it's still an order of magnitude less than this. And this is an easier password to remember. Let's pull this up now. Let's compare this from, so you've got rabbit, fad, blanc, labile, veer. You can come up with a bunch of different stories and things to remember that. But a password like here on the right, it's going to be, we've got 15, so we got 3 here. Then we're going to copy paste that again. 3, we've got 1. What we're going to do here is we can say, okay, give me, I think that we can actually get a random, you can generate these really easily. So strong password generator, all right, I need it 15. These are considered, 15 is considered weak. All right, even, let's give them 16. They consider 16 length password, but all I want to do is include this stuff. Lowercase is something to consider as well. So it is actually larger than 26, so you have to do 26 plus 26, but don't send it across the internet, whatever. Auto select the password automatically, generate the password. All right, so here's what we've got, something. This includes symbols too. I'm not sure how many symbols there are, but yeah. So this is a 15 character password that is an order of magnitude less strong than this password. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. But for today's purposes, I think that I accomplished about what I wanted to. And so I've talked for about 11 minutes. I'm not going to doctor up this video too much because I just kind of want to get it out there and start creating content to inform people about some of my hobbies, to inform people about some things that I'm interested in. And so I'm just going to leave it there. And if you have any questions about the content that I've covered so far, feel free to contact me either on Twitter at @DrewBreyer or at my Gmail address, which is breyerdrew@gmail.com. Thanks so much for your time, and have a beautiful day.